Hello everybody, this is NeoGSG. Welcome to the first installment of my HoYoFest 2026 series. So this is the video where I am going to talk about what I'm planning and expecting from HoYoFest 2026 based off my experience last year, and basically I'll then talk about what I plan to do there when I do actually attend HoYoFest on Friday and Saturday. So yeah, basically I'll just talk through this whole website, tell you about basically what's gonna happen based off my experience last year. We'll do a bit of comparison. I'll also show you some of the footage from my visit last year. So I am attending the HoYoFest in Singapore because that's where I live, and weirdly enough, I don't know why, but we are the only country out of the six that are doing HoYoFest that is starting on Friday instead of Thursday. So for a lot of people in these other countries, they've already gone today. So I think it's kind of weird that I'm talking about a preview about an event that's technically already started, but whatever. Anyway, I have the HoYoFest 2025 website here as well, just to do a little bit of a comparison so that I can more easily tell you maybe what has changed or what is similar from last year, so I can tell you what to expect. Alright, so the venue is basically the same. Suntec Singapore Convention Exhibition Center. They're using different halls though. This year is Hall 403. Last year it was 406 CXD. What does that actually mean? I'll tell you in a bit. But first I gotta talk about what I'm most concerned about, which is the crowd sizes and the sheer number of people and queues that you gotta be in just to experience this event. Now, last year when I went, it was a Saturday. I only went on Saturday. This year, I am planning to go on multiple days, so it'll be a bit different. But last year when I was attending HoYoFest, there were a crap ton of people, and I really did expect the event to be very crowded, but oh my god, I really was shocked by the number of people that was inside. In fact, yeah, here's some footage about me just entering the venue before I even entered the venue, queuing outside it to get the tickets. Have a look. See, there's so many people, they gotta do like crowd control.
And it's a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
You should have been more unemployed, You should have came in yesterday.
Yeah, so like my friend mentioned, maybe we should have been unemployed and attended on the Friday instead. Well, that's what I'm gonna do this year. I'm gonna be unemployed and attend on the Friday. Well, I'm technically not being unemployed because I still have school, but I am going from school to HoYoFest, which I guess you can say is kind of unemployed. But anyway, yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do. So for the event map, this is what this year's one looks like compared to last year's one. The first thing I noticed is that this year's one seems a lot wider compared to last year. Now I'm not entirely sure why. I went to check the floor plan of the building. So last year was at 406 CXD, this year's at 403. I mean, if you look at this, it really isn't much difference in terms of the actual floor size area compared to last year. So I have absolutely no idea why it looks different, but um I think if you go look at where are the statistics here, if you go look at the usable floor area, 403 has 2,220 square meters compared to 406 CXD, which is 1,656 square meters. So we're getting more floor space area this year, which is good, I guess. Hopefully that somewhat alleviates the problem with the crowd sizes like you probably saw there. And let me tell you, the footage I just showed you there, that wasn't even like that doesn't even show the full extent of how many people there were. Like, it was crazy. So yes, this year there is another quite a big difference compared to last year, which is the presence of the check-in zone. This is a new thing that wasn't here last year. I'll tell you what this is in a bit when we get to it. So let's see the HoYoFest activities. So first of all, we have the stamp rally. Basically, what this stamp rally is that you go and do all of these activities, and once you've participated in them, even if you don't participate in them or like you aren't able to, as long as you reach the end of the line, you can get your thing stamped and then move on. Basically, when you collect A, B, C, D, E, the first 5 stamps, and then go on to the 6th one, you are allowed to take a photo at the photo booth with your friends or whatever, if you want to do that, and you get a HoYoFest themed instant photo, which I do have, but I'm not going to show because I don't really want to show my own face or my friends' faces for that matter. It is the exact same as last year. I think if you go look at last year's website, pretty much, yeah, except that there's a Honkai Impact there, which isn't in this one because, well, I guess they don't care about that game anymore. The lucky draw, I don't have much to say. Not like I'm gonna win this. And the experience zone is the same as last year. Is it still part of the stamp rally? It is still part of the stamp rally. It is the second one this time as opposed to the first one because of the check-in zone, which, like I said, is a new thing. So the experience zone is basically where you get to try out some small mini activities from each one of the Hoyo games, at least the ones that they have there. So for example, this year, you can try one act in Imaginarium Theater in Genshin Impact, or you can try the Tricky Towers demo stage challenge in Honkai Star Rail. Now, I'm not entirely sure what this actually means because there isn't anything in this game called Tricky Towers. What I think they mean is Anti-Graph Brickbuster. That is the name of the new event in the current version. I don't know why they decided to call it Tricky Towers because, well, isn't that a copyright thing that, you know, that there's another game called Tricky Towers? And the only reason why they aren't reusing that name in the game is probably because of copyright, so I don't know why they are using the name here. Anyway, Anti-Graph Brickbuster, if you don't know what that is, either look at the video on my channel, the couple of videos I have on my channel where I play it, or just search it up. For Zenless Zone Zero, you have the Notorious Hunt, which I don't actually know what it is because I don't play ZZZ. I haven't had enough experience to actually know what this is. If you want to do a comparison with last year, the Genshin one was the same. There is a Honkai Impact one. HSR one is Origami Bird Clash instead of Anti-Graph Brickbuster. Zenless Zone Zero one is the same. So I'm gonna show you a video now of my own experience in the experience zone, where I tried to do one of these things in Honkai Impacted. So take a look. Are you? Is this?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to.
Yep.
I don't know what I'm doing. Does this have audio? Oh, it actually does.
So
Any Honkai style character that has been exported from this?
I see her.
Oh, there's a sparkle. There's a sparkle.
Yeah.
Vika ripoff.
Where's Rider May? Who is Rider May? Is this Rider May?
No, I don't think so. It looks different.
Yemiko ripoff.
Sparkle. Wait, let's see what Sparkle does.
Oh, that is legit just
So what am I
Sparkle.
supposed to do? Just complete one tutorial. Let's do basic combat tutorial 1.
Prepare.
Come on, prepare yourself.
Familiarize yourself with Thousand Face Maestro cameos. Combat mechanics step by step. Teaches basic attacks and weapons skills. The possible drops.
Oop, low storage. Okay.
Just ignore that.
Too many words.
Skip. Basic.
Just skip.
You know what? Basic. Yeah, done.
Charge attack.
Easy. Oh.
Skip.
Hold attack. Oh, holding.
Oh, it's charge attack.
Okay.
Oh.
What was that? What was that? You can tap,
Tap
weapon.
weapon
To perform an attack. Oh, weapon is E. I'm just clicking randomly. No clue what's happening.
Damn. Okay.
Sparkle.
Sparkle.
Max combo 36. Time 1 minute 24. That looked like it took way longer
Is
than
this win? This is a win.
enter.
Space bar.
Confirm next. Hello?
Oh, you did it.
Yes, I did it. I'm so good.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to try something else?
Sure.
Yeah, so that was pretty interesting. I still haven't ever played Honkai Impact to this day. I kind of do want to one day, but well, yeah, we'll see about that in a bit. The next thing is the check-in zone. So this is a new thing for this year. Now I'll tell you what is going on in particular by comparing it to last year. So last year they didn't have the check-in zone because to basically get through the event, you went and visited the game booths, and at the game booths you could do some activities. So for example, the Genshin game booth, if you showed your UID, you get this thing. If you did whatever this is, you get this thing. Successfully knocked down the baby saurians, you get these things. I don't quite remember what was going on here. I think you had to throw a ball and like hit something. If you did that, then you would get one of these hair clips. Now don't tell anyone, but I'm pretty sure I failed to do this, but the guy at the booth gave me the thing anyway. Maybe because he was frustrated with his job. He sounded frustrated with his job, so maybe he didn't really care about whether he was actually giving it to the people who were supposed to get it. Anyway, these activities now have been consolidated to the check-in zone. As you can see, literally the exact same thing for Genshin. Show your UID, get the hologram ticket is now at the check-in zone instead of the game booths. Now the reason why they did this, I believe, is because last year the queues were absolutely ridiculous for the game booths. I'm pretty sure the HSR one took like 45 minutes to get through, or even more at its peak, just because it took a very long time to process through each person and give them the stuff that they wanted. Reason is, if I go and take a look at the game booths, one of the missions was complete your dailies and show them to the on-site staff and you'll get a postcard. But most people didn't know you had to do this. So they ended up getting slowed down because they're like, oh my god, I didn't know I had to do my dailies. They quickly opened their game and did it on the spot so that they showed the person. And then you can imagine how this caused a lot of delays. So this year they decided not to do that. They put everything in the check-in zone, and I believe there are no more missions to do your dailies anymore. You don't need to, which I'm very thankful of, because there's a bunch of things that I am going to do that thankful I'm very thankful that I'm going to do my dailies, because I'm not going to have to I don't want to have to go into play all these games and do my dailies when that's probably going to take quite a long time, right? So that's a relief. So now you might be asking, what's in the game booths this time? Well, they moved a bunch of activities to the check-in zone, but they still have the so-called, I guess, specific physical activity to do within the game booth. So I showed you what happened last year with the knock down the baby saurians thing. Well, this time it's collect Moonfall Silver to complete the mission. What does that mean? I have absolutely no idea. But that's what you have to do, and then you will get one of these if you do it. Remember, it's all free if you can do it. There's also the Fatui Secret Tea Party. Join Sanjoni for afternoon tea and take a commemorative photo together. What in the world is that supposed to be? Who knows? I'll find out when I get there, I guess. For the merchandise store, well, there are 2 freebies. If you purchase any item, you get a postcard. And if you spend a minimum of $20, you get a paper bag. This is the exact same as last year. Let's see. Does it say here? Yes, it's the exact same as last year. I actually do have the paperback and the postcard. I would show you, but they are in a bit of poor condition because I've just been keeping them in some corner of my room for a year now. So, if anyone actually watches this video and this gets more than like 3 views, I will probably make an extra video just showing off some of the stuff from HoYoFest last year. Apart from the footage that I'm already showing this video. Um, for the merchandise store in particular, I don't have too much to say. The stuff that they have is, well, I guess updated from last year. But I'll tell you 2 things that I do want to get. I do want to get this Sitlali pillow, and I do want to get the Hu Tao rattan doll thing. Now, those 2 things I actually did want to get last year, but they didn't exist. And I genuinely thought they weren't going to exist, so upon seeing how they actually exist this time, I'm very excited to try and get them. I am a bit concerned that they're gonna run out of stock though. They probably are gonna run out of stock, especially the Hu Tao one, probably because she's a very popular character. But that's why I'm going on 2 days so that I have 2 chances. I should be able to get both of these things at least. If I see anything else good, I'll see. Just scrolling through this, nothing in particular really interests me a lot. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You can go check it out if you want, obviously, by yourself. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the stage activities. So every day there's a whole timetable of stuff they're gonna do on the stage, and I'd say some of the stage activities are quite interesting. Uh, so if you go look at the map, let's go back to the map. The stage, well, it looks pretty small here, but trust me, it is actually probably it's quite a decent area. It's definitely bigger than you think. What did the stage look like in last year's map? Well, it looked like that. Yeah, I mean, I remember what the stage looked like last year. It definitely is bigger than what this map makes it out to be. Basically they just host some events on the stage. They have like a big screen, and the events include, well, let's take a look, like HSR Currency Wars Challenge, Zenless Zone Zero, Annihilation Simulacrum. I don't actually know what that is, by the way, but I'm just reading it out. HoYoVerse Sing Along Session, Guest Interactive Session, Spiral Abyss Tournament, and so on. For example, the Spiral Abyss Tournament, I saw this one last year. It basically was, they asked for 2 people from the audience around the stage area who were willing to volunteer themselves to participate in this. Whether or not you'd be chosen, I think it's completely by luck. They basically ask you to raise your hands, and whoever they feel like choosing, you go up there. What they do is, for example, this Spiral Abyss tournament, yeah, they basically make you do floor 12 of the latest Abyss cycle, but they give you a demo or dev account that has all the characters at C6R5. Literally insane whale account that would take like $1 million to get in real life. But it's free for your use for this event. And you basically just had to finish floor 12 using that account, which, as you might imagine, is actually very easy because literally has all C6R5 characters. It's not gonna take a very long time. But trust me, some people are either trolling or not playing the game properly, or they literally haven't played on PC in their whole life. Maybe they are mobile only player. So it can still take a while. That's why it's 30 minutes for just one floor of Spiral Abyss, even with the best possible resources. Now, when the event is said and done, when both players have finished their run of floor 12, what will happen is whoever finishes first, they get a choice. They get the choice of what free merchandise piece or whatever they want to get from a certain selection of things that they are given. Honestly, I'm not so sure about this because I've never experienced that myself. Whoever came in second basically just gets whatever the other player did not choose. So there's not too much perks to winning, but still something. Anyway, I would like to mention one more thing about the stage activity for this time, and that is this suspicious section at the back of 31st July, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., just Genshin Impact unspecified. Now, I forgot to mention this earlier, but one difference between the event last year and this year is that it's 1 hour later. Last year one was 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. This year is 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Now, why did they do this? Well, one reason I think why is because of this. Now, if you didn't know, the Genshin 7.0 special program is happening on this day. It is at 8 p.m. And I have a very solid feeling that that is what they are showing at this part. Obviously, they couldn't actually specify what they were showing before this because technically, special program dates aren't actually supposed to be public until like the preview comes out, which was a couple of days ago, I think. But this schedule has been out for like a few weeks already. So, it doesn't actually say that the special program is at this time, but, it is, and I'm very sure they're going to show it. So, I think this is going to be very interesting because I'm sure you've seen videos here and there about people at HoYo events reacting to the trailers or reacting to the special program or whatnot. And it's like all hype and everything. Well, we have another opportunity tomorrow, which is for this. I just and I'm thinking, if I do film it, I gonna have to stay until like 9 p.m., which I'm kind of reluctant to do, but at the same time, I think I have to because this is like an opportunity I'm not gonna get often. Like this is the Genshin 7.0 special program. It's freaking Snatch Naya. Some people have been waiting for this for like a significant portion of their lives. And this is the special program to introduce that whole thing. I think it's gonna be hype. We'll take a look tomorrow. The last thing I will talk about before I get into my own plans is the Artist Alley. I actually don't have too much to say about the Artist Alley because all it really is I think it's fan made merchandise that they have been allowed to, sell physically at this venue. And I think that is really cool. The Artist Alley is something that was last year as well. They only had 38 stores though, compared to 50 this year, which I will attribute to the bigger floor space at the venue, which I guess is a good thing. So yeah, there are 50 stores now compared to 38. I recall I only got one thing from the Artist Alley last year. It was a Star Rail special pass, like literally a keychain type thing of it, which I thought was really cool. Again, I would show you, but I'm too lazy to. So if you want to see that, if anyone maybe wants to see that, I will make a separate video showing my stuff from there. And the last thing is the event tickets. I did say the previous thing was the last thing I wanted to talk about, but I forgot there was this other tab. Well, there's not much to see anyway. These are the prices for the tickets. $16 for 1 day, $35 for 3 day, and $50 for the 1 day fast pass. All I can remember is that these prices are a slight increase from last year. I believe it was 14 for 1 day, 32 for 3 day, and 48 for 1 day fast pass last year. So a slight increase all across the board for all the ticket prices, which I'm not too surprised about. because inflation and stuff, but still interesting to note. So right, that's it for me talking about the website and about some experience last year and stuff, what to expect. Now I'll talk about my own plans for this event. Okay, so for the check-in zone, I did read that you can only enter the check-in zone once. So you can't like claim a few things, leave, and then come back and claim the other things. That is not an option. So something that is very important for me to do is to plan through each one of these items, make sure that I fulfilled each one of these items so that when I go to the event and I claim my stuff on the check-in zone, I don't screw up and then all of a sudden either I waste a lot of time or I can't get it at all. So let's make sure I can do these things. Okay, so show your Genshin UID through the game or HoYo Lab. I can do that. Post a photo with Genshin Impact's elements on any social media platform with the hashtags. Yeah, the post a photo on any social media platform. What I don't know why they made you do this, but what I did last year is that I will do this year as well is that I basically have a like a burner Facebook account that no one's ever gonna find because everything is private. Where I post the photos, I pretend that it's actually a real social media account, and then I use that to fulfill the mission, which technically is not something you're allowed to do, but nobody really cares, and I think this is a stupid mission anyway. So there you go. That's what I'm gonna do. For this, subscribe to Genshin Impact's official Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, or email newsletter. I did this a long time ago. I think like 2 years ago already. I subscribed to the WhatsApp, so I have their I have their WhatsApp now, which is a bit weird. Okay, Honkai Impact Third. Show your UID through the game or HoYo Lab. Now this is quite complicated because I have never played this game before. Uh, I have a solution to fix that, which is to download the game right now and just make an account and do absolutely nothing else. But we'll get into that later because that's gonna take some time. So let's move on. For Honkai Star Rail, I can show my UID. Of course, I can do that. Here's the photo thing, same as the Genshin one. And then like, comment, and share the Honkai Star Rail HoYoFest social media announcement post. Now, I'm not entirely sure how they're gonna verify that. Like, comment, and share. I'm not even sure how I'm gonna do that. They didn't specify on what social media platform or like where it is for me to do this. But I'm sure they'll figure it out. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Tears of Steam, is that how you pronounce the game's name? I think so anyway. Okay, I'm so sorry if anyone plays this game, but I'm not even gonna do this one. I'm not gonna make an account and show it through the game because look, they don't even say through HoYo Lab. So I can't even like download the game, make an account, and then do absolutely nothing else and show my UID through HoYo Lab. There's literally no other option. And I'm not gonna go through all that effort just to do this one for a game that I don't play and probably never will play. But hey, at least there's some representation for TOT this time. They didn't have it last year. So, better than nothing for you. Okay, last one is Endless Zone Zero. I can show my UID through HoYo Lab. I can do that. Take photos. It's the same one as the other two games. And follow the Facebook account. I think I need to... Did I do it last year already? I actually don't remember. I need to go and check it again. But either way, it's not too complicated. The only one that I haven't done yet, and I should do soon because I'm going tomorrow, is the Honkai Impact 3rd UID thing. Again, keep that in mind because I have to do that at the end of this video. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about what specifically things I plan to do there. So last year, I did a thing where I asked random people around the event to do some polls on my account. I did it for Genshin on the Mavrika banner that I think she was rerunning in 5.7, and I did that for HSR as well, they were rerunning Firefly and Blade or some, and is it Jingdu or something like that. I didn't actually want any of those characters, but I made people pull anyway, just cause it was funny, and yeah, I think we had some fun doing that. If you're wondering how that looked like, once again, I have some footage of it, so have a look. Hello. Could you please do one for me?
One
Yeah, one. I don't think it's anything.
Okay, we right. I mean, what is it?
What? Yeah.
I'll probably like slowly walk.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you very much.
How much PT do you have?
Something like 0 or something. Oh, 5, 10, oh, 15, 20, 25, 26. Plus 1 is 27. Yeah, no choice, no chance.
Maybe you can ask.
Oh, wait. Forza.
You got Herta. There's a Herta there. You can ask the Herta to.
I just asked her to pull.
Oh my gosh! Oh, I love Herta too. Don't worry.
You wanna do one?
Oh my gosh! But you wanna get Firefly?
Yeah, I mean I don't mind. I'm just pulling for fun.
One pull, right?
Yeah, just one. I
pull.
don't even have 10. Nothing.
Yeah. I saw the ticket. It got nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, 3-4 stars is more than I expected.
Yeah, that's some pretty good luck.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. This year what I am going to do is slightly more advanced. So on HSR, which is the only game pretty much that I do play actively nowadays, I have 2 banners that I would like people to pull on. If Star Rail Station would load, I can show you my situation of the banners. So, hello, why is it loading? It was right there. On the standard banner, I literally have 73 pity. And on the limited banner, I have 0 pity, but guaranteed because I lost to Sealer on my last pull. And I have like 100 and something pulls. So I'm guaranteed to get Himeko Nova. What I am going to do is on Friday, the first day of the event, which I am going to, I will ask some people here and there to do single pulls on the standard banner. They are bound to get something. Like 73 pity is basically right up there already. It's where soft pity is, right? So someone's gonna get something. I have no idea who's gonna get it or what, but it'll be very, very interesting because I've never done it before. On Saturday, I'll be asking people to pull on the limited banner for Himeko Nova. I will pull until I get her, so it is guaranteed to happen because I have enough pulls. How am I gonna do this? As in, who am I going to choose to actually do the pulls? I have no idea. Last year, I just went around the artist alley and basically got people to do it, which I quite enjoyed. I also got a few cosplayers of people who were on the banners to pull for themselves, which was another cool thing. So I will just repeat more of that, I suppose. And with that wraps up the video. Well, mostly wraps up the video. I still gotta do the Honkai Impact thing. I really hope this event goes well. I know this video is just me yapping and people are very unlikely to watch it, but I just want to say I am super excited. I'm super excited, and you know, I don't really know what else to say about it right now because genuinely it is something I have been waiting for quite a while now, and you know, there are a lot of things that I want to do. So yeah, all right. Let's sort out our check-in zone. Let's play Honkai Impact. Let's last part of the video now. Where's my my Hoyo Play closed. I don't know why. So I think let's get out of here. Can we? Are you sure you want to exit the game, Captain? Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, so let's. Well, we're done. That was honestly a really fun experience. Um, Obviously, I'm probably not gonna be a Honkai Impact player long term, but not bad. Not bad at all to get into it. I was expecting a lot worse, to be honest. Not like I thought Honkai Impact was a bad game. I just thought it'd be an extremely outdated game, which I guess in some ways it is, but not as much as I thought at all. And anyway, let's take a look at HoYoLab now. Let's just confirm that my account actually is on there so that I can verify it for HoYoFest tomorrow. It is here, Honkai Impact level 14. This is everything that you literally just saw. 1 days on Hyperion. Blah, 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 blah. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching this video, everyone. It was pretty fun, very fun. Talking about HoYoFest and then playing Honkai Impact 3rd for the first time as well. That's lots to look forward to in HoYoFest, and I hope that things will go well. So thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you for I guess my vlogs. Yeah, so goodbye.